Hey guys, it's Helen Hartsmith here with
Kathy.
Welcome to another Heart of the Witch's Path podcast. Here we have episode 305.
305.
Guess what, Kathy? We've made a grievous error.
What, we did?
Yeah.
What's that?
We have not covered a Sabbath.
Say it isn't so, Ethel.
I hold my head in shame.
Shame, shame. Everyone knows your name.
Wow. Yeah, guys, we looked at the records and we've never talked about Litha. How the hell has this happened?
Well, I can tell you how it happened.
We get busy.
Right.
And things don't happen. So this episode is going to be all about Litha. But before we jump into, too much of anything else,
we got something to cover.
We do. What is that? It's time for the correspondence of the week.
She's not looking at me.
I'm not looking at you. Because we just start giggling.
We do.
So, since we're covering a Sabbath, we always cover correspondences for that Sabbath.
Right.
So, let's see if we can remember, because we don't have our usual list in front of us.
No, but I got the book.
Colors that are associated with this holiday, this Sabbath. Kathy, give us some colors.
Red.
Ooh.
Yellow.
Yes.
Orange.
Power colors.
Power colors.
Power.
Hot.
Yes.
Hot like the sun.
The sun. Ooh, that leads into symbols. The sun sounds like a good symbol for Midsummer.
So does things like a sunflower.
Oh, what about pretty flowers?
Pretty flowers. Any flowers.
Yeah.
Any summer flowers.
It seems like maybe birds. I don't know.
Maybe.
What about herbs?
Oh, like chamomile?
Ooh, chamomile would be a great one. Any mint. I bet you any
peppermint?
Mint. Because, this time of year, we are starting to harvest our herbs. At least I am. I got mint that's going nuts right now.
Yeah?
So,
I expect to see some of that.
Oh, don't you worry. Because I had planted chocolate mint just for you,
just
precious.
For me. Daisies.
Daisies. That's awesome.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then stones that would go with this holiday would be like carnelian.
Chalcedony.
Right.
Carnelian is a chalcedony.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Amazing.
Yes. Any red, orange, or yellow stone.
Right. And I think we saw something about oak tree too. I'm kind of bouncing a scotch.
Yes. Oh, wait. Let me just juggle my fingers here.
She's got her fingers all over, guys.
Yeah, I do. So where did I see that at?
It might have been more symbol in the symbol areas.
So there was... Crap, it's not on here.
She's not seeing it now.
No, but let's talk about food, because that is right here.
What is it?
So, cakes and wine.
Yes.
Mead, strawberry wine, mint tea, champagne.
Let's have champagne for feast.
What are you going to tell the people who are teetotalers?
Suck it up.
Okay, I'm good with that.
I'm kidding, guys.
Soups, summer soups.
Ooh, like vegetable soups.
Yeah, Comhain soup. Cowan soup, comfrey fritters, elderflower fritters.
That sounds really good.
It does.
I like me a fritter. Can't you tell?
No, I know. I just saw the ding.
Yeah, I think you might have been flipping through. It's fine. Oak was in there somewhere, guys. Yes, trust us.
It was. So let's talk about gods and goddesses.
Yes.
Yeah. So Apollo is an awesome sun god. Yeah.
So any sun god is what we're saying.
Amun-Ra, Balder, Bel, Helios, Lulagriffs, Lu. I can't pronounce that Aztec one.
Texaquatl?
That's Ichiquetzal. I can't pronounce that. What about this one? Texaquatl. That's Texapoca.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, we're totally murdering them.
Vishnu, Sol.
Perun.
Yeah, lots of them. Bel. Thunder gods. All of the thunder gods. Baal, Thor, Ukko, Zeus. Other deities are fire gods and goddesses like Bridget, Govana and Hestia, Vesta, love goddesses like Aphrodite, Astarte, Freya, Hathor. So
there's a whole lot of deities.
Lots of good
going on
stuff
there.
going on there. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are some correspondences that go with Litha.
And I'm sure there are plenty more out there.
Definitely.
Right.
So
that was
the
correspondence
of the week. And guys, we're super excited because we've been joined by Magnus Kitty.
He's not gonna make noises,
He's
though.
He's not into it.
No.
So Litha. Let's talk about Litha.
Midsummer.
Also known as Midsummer. So Litha is when the sun is at the height of its power.
It is the longest day of the year.
Right.
Shortest night.
Right. And so Litha is that time in the wheel of the year when the god, let me see if I can get this right because I always screw it up. The Holly King fights the Oak King or something like that. And the Oak King is defeated by the Holly King. So basically, it is the end of the light half of the year, and we move into the dark half.
Right.
So it is the longest day of the year, and then we start the dark half that we travel through until we reach the winter solstice, which is otherwise known as Yule.
Right.
So
the Holly King rules from summer solstice to winter, and the Oak King is from midwinter to summer.
Correct.
We said that already.
Right.
Okay.
So that's kind of like what's going on. Now, we also need to think about the goddess at this time of year because the goddess is pregnant at this time.
Right.
With the god that will be born at Yule. And so she is dealing with that child and what that means because it's a bittersweet time for the goddess because here she has this new life stirring in her belly, but
the time is approaching for her lover to sacrifice himself.
Right.
For the harvest.
So that's a really interesting juxtaposition to find yourself in,
right.
You know, as a female in this life. So definitely some things there that both sexes can take from this incredibly powerful Sabbath. Yes.
Magnus stopped sniffing him.
So let's talk about some of the things that we do as a coven to celebrate this Sabbath.
Well, first of all, this is the one Sabbath that unless it's pouring rain, we absolutely do this one outside.
Correct.
Because it's all about the sun's power. And I think we've had pretty good luck about it not raining.
Mm-hmm.
So we do this outside. And what I do on the morning of the Sabbath is I take some flowers and I put the petals into a bowl of water and I put it out at sunrise. And it sits in the sun from the time the sun rises to when we do the ritual.
Right. Which is usually mid-afternoon.
2 or 3 o'clock, yeah.
Right.
Right.
And so when we enter the sacred space, we make it a part of the ritual that all of us wash our hands in this water.
Right.
So that's a part of the ritual. And another thing that we do is in an effort to recognize the power of the sun that happens on that day.
And the fact that we're entering into the dark portion of the year.
Correct. We all bring stones.
And there are stones associated with the sun that are red, yellow, orange.
Right, like carnelian. So those are some natural selections. I personally have a fairly decent sized crystal shard or crystal point that I will use for this. What we do is we will wash those stones to clear away any other energies that have connected with it. We cleanse them, and then
in the water that was sitting
in the same water.
Right.
And we will put these stones on a really large rock
in my yard
that Kathy has in the yard. And so with the intention that it is soaking up that power from the sun, and it stores it there.
So Helen uses a large quartz crystal, but I use a small, I just said what that was, carnelian, that I carry with me in my purse. And so that helps me bring the sun's energy and the positive light energy with me.
And that's what it's meant to do. So when you're in the throes of, deep winter and
seasonal affective disorder.
And you've got this charged stone that you can use to kind of re-energize yourself.
Right.
So a carnelian is a great stone to use, or a quartz, or any other rock that speaks to you.
Right.
But I would imagine that like a gold stone or a sunstone, those would make really good rocks for that purpose too. Yeah. Right.
Anything with those colors, anything that is associated with the sun, and any good New Age store will have the little sign that has what a stone is for.
Correct.
Or, Google it.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So that's one thing that we do in our ritual. That's a part of our ritual that we've done for years.
Yes.
Years.
Yes.
Another thing that we do is we've talked about the fact that we always have a craft, or usually have a craft.
Yeah, it doesn't work for all the Sabbats, but yeah.
So the craft that we do for this Sabbat is we will have, somebody will bring popcorn and grapes, usually is the stringable things of choice.
Right.
And we have needles and thread, and so we pretend it's Yule and we're making garland for the tree.
We do.
And we string these up.
We have trees that are around our circle. We have a circle of stones in my yard, which this particular Sabbath we don't do in that circle because that's very shaded and we want to do it in the sunlight. However, we string these pieces of edible food for the animals and we put them on the trees that surround our circle.
Right. And so that's and so that gives us a really nice opportunity to kind of chit chat while we're, in circle and, do a little bit of catching up or whatever.
Right.
And discuss some things. So that's always nice. That's a nice craft to look forward to.
Right.
And
the popcorn's really good too.
Right, because some of us just snack on the popcorn.
Right.
Because we're not down with the stringing.
Right.
Anyhow.
But we have done things like, is this the one where we've done the infused oil?
No, I think that was, that's a lamas.
But I think you could do it in this one because a lot of the herbs are coming in, and so you could put an herb in a jar of oil to get the flavor infused and set it in the sun to start that infusion process.
Right. Yes, for sure. Oh, sorry. Whew. Another thing, sorry. Another thing that we do is, we do a meditation to, make contact with your dark self.
Or shadow self.
Or shadow self, to see what kind of messages they might have for you for this dark half of the year that you're entering into.
Right.
And that's always kind of a popular meditation that we do as a group, that I usually end up leading and not participating.
You need to just record it this time. No, really.
That's an idea.
You could record it, and then we could listen to it, and then you could also do the meditation.
That's definitely an idea.
Right.
So that's what we do for ritual.
But there are any number of things that you could do.
And there are some good books out there. There's, of course, the 2 series of Sabbath books from Llewellyn. The original one was Midsummer, the Summer Solstice by Anna Franklin. And then there's the new one that I think is called Litha, but I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
So if I remember, I will put links for those books. They all have really good information.
Yeah, this one, the one by Anna Franklin, has a lot of really good incense recipes. Anything from sun to fire incense to there's a Gaia, a Helios, an Earth Mother. I believe I saw an Apollo. There's some food recipes in here. There's sachets. There's love charms. There's tea. There's any number of things that you could do for Midsummer. I think there's also a ritual in here. Yes, there is a ritual in here.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice for a beginner who might not have experience in ritual writing.
Or somebody who just doesn't want to write a ritual.
Right.
Right.
Sure, there's that too.
Yes, because not everybody wants to write rituals.
Right.
Right. Like our students.
Don't rat
I don't want to write one. You're going to do it anyway.
It's good for you. All right. So, well, oh, wow. That's a very...
Is that short?
That's very short.
How short is short?
Short.
Oh, gosh, that's short. Well,
I feel like we've cheapened you out, guys, but I really can't think of anything else to say.
not for Midsummer.
No. I mean, it's a good ritual. It's a good ritual to be outside.
Right. So if you, well, even in a group, but if you were doing this by yourself, it would be a good time to do a walking meditation where you could enter into a light meditative state and take a walk in the sunshine to feel the energy of the sun, to feel the energy of the animals and the plants and the world around you.
I like that. We just did that with our students.
We did. So
you guys are so inspiring for us.
Yes, and you know who you are.
Yes.
Do you think the one listens to these? I know the other one does.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know who you are if you listen.
Who you are. And you know what? The one who listens to this should tell the other one to listen to these, if she's not. And I'm not naming names because these ladies are not necessarily out of the broom closet. So
yeah, that's fine.
So yeah.
So
but
okay, I feel like we're just trying to stretch things out. We're gonna cut this off.
We're gonna cut this off. No, we're just gonna cut it. So if you've learned something or appreciated the podcast, please give us a like.
Yes, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We love to have you here.
Right. There is an Instagram account now that Helen has been posting to.
Definitely. So check that out. Heart of the Witch's Path.
Something I've been thinking about is Helen has the podcast, Helen has the blog, Helen has the email. So if you're interested in me doing an email or a video blog like Helen does or an Instagram, let me know and I'll think about starting one up.
Wow.
I know, right?
I've only been telling you to do that for,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you're open to it, let us know how you celebrate Litha.
Right.
If you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments or feel free to drop an email and we will try to answer those.
So, question, can you put pictures in a YouTube comment?
I don't know.
Because I'd like to see some pictures of people's Litha celebrations.
I don't know that you can. Like, I've never tried.
But you could post it on Instagram and tag Helen's Heart of the Witch's Path.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be interesting.
That would be super fun.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that's it.
Wait, did we cover everything?
I think we did, yes.
Okay.
All right. So that is it for this time. Thanks for walking the path for a little while with us. And until next time, blessed be.